We need that one. Wow, that one is very hidden. Let's move it around like that. There we go. So, pressure, thermometer, seismic accelerometer. Wait a minute. That's the seismic data that they were talking about. They were not talking about the EVA data. I could have done it with the other one. Oh well, now we're building a car. That's cool too. We've done the utility. Communication, we don't really need it, but let's put one on as a spare. We absolutely did not need to build this now. I'm suddenly realizing. Ay, 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 ay. Also, oh, actually, that's enough. We don't need the thermal. We've got the wheels. You know what? Let's put on some cool fins. Oh, like front fins, because it moves so quickly. Like flaps at the back. Yes. A full-on race car. Okay, payload. We are, I think, mostly done with this now. We don't need any RCS. I think we're good. Let's see. The habitable the habitable terrain the habitable terrain high speed. No, high-speed rover. This is the Hooter 1. And let's call this Field Mouse. There we go. Hooter 1, the Field Mouse. Let's test this baby out. A biospeeder after all. Yeah, it kind of was, yeah. All this time that I put in the title, yes, we're gonna explore the Mun. Turns out I'm just here. Okay, so that's one, and that is some of the other ones. Okay. Now let's test. It's gonna be inverted. Yep. So we're gonna need to invert the engines so that when I press forward, it goes forward. And we're gonna need to invert the steering so that when I press left, it goes left. Excellent. Okay, and let's put this baby into chase mode. Hooah. So I wonder, since we're gonna be driving a while, how do I check the camera from here? If I recall correctly, one of these should be the rear view camera. Have a good look. Navigation, orbital, docking, data. Okay, that's not it. Peru, well, that's just me. Resources, wait, external? It is upside down. It is upside down. We need to change that. How can you tell where they are? That is wonderful, though. We have an upside down rear view window. Let's get some signs here now. Oh, there's a bunch of them. Hold on, we don't have an EVA report? Break. EVA here, Jebediah. Oh, look at that, the parachutes there. EVA report, keep that. I just want to get in there. Okay, what did your EVA report say? Can we see that? Ah, darn it. But oh wait, the material studies, you can only use that once, but let's do it fine. Some water sprays rusted one of the samples, and some of the electronics. That's not good news. Do a radiation scan. Radiation levels are quite literally nominal here on Kerbin. Something must be blocking the radiation. Can do beach parties. Must focus on mission. Wait, the batteries are almost empty. Oh god, it's nighttime. Wow. I did not add any batteries at all. This is silly. Wait a minute. The electric charge is gone. Why is this still... Oh, I can steer, but I can't give any speed. Okay, I can't use the engine. We will recover the Huthor 1. So... here's a cool thing we can do. Here's a cool little plan. What we need is electricity. So we are going to add an electricity bank here. There we go. That gives us plenty of additional electricity. Let's move that thing. Actually, let's reroute this thing to the cockpit. No? Never mind. Okay. This baby, we need to swap around. How do we know what's top and bottom on these cameras? What was it? Utility? Let's put it straight. How do you know what's top and bottom? Okay, you know what? We're just gonna put it straight on its butt. There we go. Rotate this gently. Carefully. Gently. That is... darn it! That's straight on the butt. Okay, that is straight on the butt. We will... there we go. Move that inwards a little bit more. Probably gonna have to... oh, wait, I know. I know how to tell. If we talk about offsetting something, blue is upwards, red is the X, blue is the Y, green is the Z. Blue is the Y, green is the Z, red's the... okay, that looks to be good. That one's up there. Now, I had a sneaky plan, which is this, a fuel cell. We need hydrogen and oxygen. So, what I could do is I could hide a little fuel cell in here. By hide, I mean just put in plain sight. And add... where were these that we just unlocked? There we go. Tanks. Is there a small tank? That is not a small tank. That is not a small tank. That is not a... none of these are small tanks. I hope we can tweak them. Let's just see. Let's just attach it somewhere and see if we can tweak these. Cubic octagonal strut. Attach these. No, there's no tweaking these. But I believe Kerbalism Gives us small tanks. There we go. And we can put these on there. Now, the fuel cell takes hydrogen and oxygen and turns it into electricity. So, we have oxygen, and let's put hydrogen in this one. And we should be good. Let's save this and see what happens. So, the field mouse can give us more things, but let's check this out. Can you now run? You can run. So, here's what's cool about Kerbalism. So for one, I want all the alarms because I'm doing this. We can do auto things. So we can say in sunlight, when the sun becomes visible, you turn off the fuel cell. And the solar panel, oh, it doesn't have an on-off. Lights are fine. Actually, when the sun comes on, turn the lights off. This basically says, if it's sunlight, whether the fuel cell is on or off, just turn it off, done. Otherwise, we don't care. So we can say that when you're in shadow, when the sun is colluded, turn the fuel cell on, and the lights, I can give or take. Yeah, so that is what we need right now. So, material study. I'm gonna save that for a little bit. Oh, I needed to invert all of these. Whoop. Okay, let's go. So right now the electric charge is, as you can see, being used, but if I turn on the fuel cell... Did I not do an EVA report? Hold on. The fuel cell should be, there we go, adding to it, as you can see. It's a minus here, but you can see that it adds. Because it calculates basically, truly a very tiny step for Kerbal kind. A positive number is subtracted, so a negative number is added. That means we right now have a pile of electricity that we can use as we go towards our target at breakneck speeds. Let's see, this is, yeah, about 30 meters a second, so that is motorway speed, or highway speed, depending on where you live. Now, the other thing I want to check... Darn it! Are you kidding me? I have no idea how to adequately orientate that and see how you can orientate that. That is so strange. There should be a marker on it letting you know exactly where it's pointed. Oh well. So all this effort that I put in, if you recall, to make this large-scale rover, and it wasn't even needed. Thank you for that follow. Because what I have in here are the jeopardize inventory, are surface experiments that you can build, and we didn't even need those. They have similar names to the other thing. So both this has a seismic data, and here as well we have a passive seismic experiment. Ah well, it led to us creating this beautiful race car. Let's see, what change does this make? 0.08 or so. It's fine. Let's keep these lights on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Relax, relax. Come on, car. Come on, field mouse. Let's see which one's closest. On 3.8, 3.8, 4. So, pretty much equidistant. There we go. It's odd though, but even these types of moments, whoa! Even these moments where you think, there's not really that much happening, it's just nice and relaxing to play this game like this. You know, you've built something, tried to engineer it for a specific purpose, and then it works. That is just, whoa, 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 the coolest thing around. Thank you for that follow. Okay, we are nearly at our target. I believe for this one you do need to be in about 500 meters range before you're considered to be at your actual target. Let's see, let's take one of those. Or it doesn't work. Yeah, or it doesn't work. Like, you know, a FUB 1A. It's okay though. It led us to this, and this will easily recoup the losses we made in the FUB 1A experiment. Oh, there we go. New situation. Let's get all that science while we're here. Materials lab has grass stains on it now from that landing. So much for returning it to the manufacturer for a refund when we are done. A refund, I mean. Seismometer registered a gentle jostling of the blades of grass. Come on, that specific? Look forward to opening the capsule door and smelling the fresh, earthy smell of grass. Oh yeah, we have to wear these stupid spacesuits on Kerbin. Whose idea was that? Magnetometer, go ahead. Reports an accurate reading of Kerbin's surface magnetic field. Boring. Blade of grass gets caught in the outer casing of the sensor and obstructs your view of the display. Ah, we'll just make something up. I'll never know. Temperature is quite pleasant. Let's try and extend that ladder, and we'll toggle this one back. Get that EVA data. As you go trudging through the grass, you hope you don't step on a cow patty. Spaceship will stink for the rest of the trip. Thank you very much for that follow. Retract that ladder. There we go, moving on. So it's the weirdest thing that you can actually get this much science just from being on Kerbin. But I like it though, because in the vanilla game, for one, you can get so much science from the surface of Kerbin that you hardly need to go to space. But you're in space from the get-go. Now, fair enough, it's called Kerbal Space Program, not Kerbal Drive Around Everywhere Program. But at the same time, I have to think, wouldn't it make more sense if you have at least a little bit of a lead into it? Lock that's data. Now we're at the next site. Log that data. I'm entering the next site, log that data. It's all the same data, but that's alright. And that gets us, there we go, this one already. 70,000. There we go, 70,000 cash, plus the individual caches from the other regions. So the FUB 1A disaster was 10k. We have easily recouped all our losses. There we go. So, let's engage and see if we can hit our next target. In the meantime, how are you all doing? Having a good time? You know, this seems like the perfect game to lurk. Normally, I like lurking in Twitch channels, just looking, relaxing. But the thing is, I sometimes do it when I have to work. I'd like to have something on in the background. But then if you need too much contact, you know, if somebody's constantly trying to talk to you or ask you questions, it's difficult. So you end up lurking a little bit more, saying like, "Hey, I'm here. I'd like you to know that I support you, but I'm just gonna do my own thing." But when something's high action, it's kind of tricky to do that. Whereas compared to this, yeah, I can see how this is just, let's have a bit of a look and have this on in the background. Hey, Alex. Long time no see. Nice to have you in here. Uther's got your back? Yup. Whoa, whoa, whoa! That is surprisingly exciting for what is otherwise a fairly straightforward movement. How far away? That's 6,000. You know what? I'm thinking about just going to those first. Because those are pretty much in the middle of the other ones, and I can always see where I need to go from there. You good, Joe? Ah, good to hear. I'm not going to be able to make this if I keep using the engine's full throttle. Where is the moon? What time is it? I'm starting to worry whether we might need to do this from a different rover, because I don't feel like waiting until daytime. Let's turn off those lights after all. You lurk frequently? Yeah, see, it's nice and comfy. Cruise loud music again now the batteries are recharged. Okay, let's see. I think we should be able to make this. If I just try to coast a little bit more, use the engine in spurts. Oh, there we go. We're also over the hill, so this will be easier to just roll a little bit more. Today you learned that safari is the Swahili word for long journey. Never knew that. You're reading Blades in the Dark with the stream in the background. Cool. Blades in the Dark. I'm not sure. Is that the one that's basically all improv, where you're in a where you whoa 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 where you basically play in sort of one city? I think I played that with Jexus. I think he game mastered that for me and Vampiric Fish. Okay, there we go. This works. Now we have 0.50 energy increase. Oh, over there. Let's see what happens if I turn these lights on. Purely aesthetic. Okay. Only the other lights that are actual physical lights. But yeah, that's the strange thing about Kerbal sometimes, where some moments can be really full of action, whereas other moments are just driving around, relaxing. How far away is that one? 2 kilometers? 3 kilometers away? Kilometers away? Yeah. This is good. Let's just go there first. Blades in Dark is an incredible RPG about a crew of daring scoundrels seeking their fortunes in the haunted streets of an industrial fantasy city. That is what I played with Jexus then. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, I remember that one. We started something, but it was sort of more of an improv type of setting. It's not total improv. The system is an unholy union of Apocalypse World, Engine, Fate, and Shadowrun. Yeah, it must be the same thing then, because that all sounds very familiar. Within 500 seismic data, thank you. Activate that next one. Come on, little field mouse. You can do it, buddy. You can do it. Settings basically Dishonored. Yeah. That is the perfect description, I think. That is how it felt to me as well when Jexus was running it. Whoa, I need to take care. And by take care, I don't mean do what I just did. Yo, chase cam is okay, but you need to orientate it correctly. Now we're really reaching the end of our batteries, so after this we are going to need a little bit of time for this thing to recharge. You know, Jex is a fan of it? Oh yeah, I could tell. I could tell. Did he do a stream of it? I can hardly catch his streams anymore with the times that he streams. The only one that was available in my time zone, I didn't quite like. It was the Kingmaker one. Just wasn't my thing. Okay, let's recharge a little bit. How are these things doing? Oh, look, this has so much fuel in there. Okay, let's see. 10. That is in no way satisfactory. Never Sunny in Duskfall. Yes, that... Whoa. Brakes. That sounds familiar. Oh, I can totally understand, Fub. I have this thing right now where there's so many RPGs that look cool, but I know I'm not really going to be able to play them. So I end up just saying, you know what, I'll pass on this. I have, I think 1,000... No, just a gig on... 2 gigs maybe RPG books on PDF. I have a bunch of PDFs, books over there. And some of these I've never played, like Doe, Pilgrims of the Flying Temple. Real cool idea, never found anyone to play with. So I've gotten to the point where I've just said, you know what, I'm fine, I'm good. I'll leave it for now. Okay, it costs 10 to fire up the engines, and I get 0.5 from the fuel cell. This thing is not going to be driving. Not unless it's daytime. So, you know what we can do? Warp and wait for sunrise. Actually, it's the start of the night. Oh, the batteries are already recharged. Never mind. We are fine. Just had a bit of a park for a couple of hours. Feel like you only just received your Kickstarter copy and it's already on sale? To be honest, when it comes to RPGs, I like a physical book. So if the Kickstarter offers me an actual physical book, yeah, I can accept that. That sounds like a cool thing. Okay, let's see. Less of an incline, maybe just edge it over slightly. About the PDF, you might pick up the book later. 95% of your RPG purposes are in PDF. Yeah, there's that balance between wanting the cool physical book and just practically having place to store them right. Okay, we need to Hold on, car.